A few days ago, I stumbled on a TikTok post that really caught my attention. The person that posted was asking men to share their experiences in marriage, and it was so wholesome. I was shocked because I got into the comment section to hear what men had to say. It was like getting into the minds of many married men. I'm going to be doing that again now, and it's going to be all the more special because I'll be doing that with you guys. So, if it's something you want to engage in, keep on watching. KBN says, don't cheat. The loss of her trust and grace feels like abandonment. Wow. Real Hustler says, my regret is I allowed her to isolate me from my family and siblings. Steven says, my greatest regret is thinking happy wife, happy life, while totally disregarding my dreams and needs, etc. Hoping when she is good, I'll be good. That killed me inside. That is so sad. I might dissect a few comments, but for the most part, I'm just going to be reading them out to you guys. You be the judge. Remember that you're not married to your idea of a wife or who you'd like your wife to be. Love her for who she is, not who you want her to be. Yep. As long as there are no toxic traits, you saw this person and this is who she is. If she's quiet, let her be quiet. If she's all over the place, you saw her before you married her, let her be that way. If she wants to change or cut down on some traits, she will do that by herself. And the best way to have people become better versions of themselves, not of who you want them to be, is to love them unconditionally. It doesn't help to breathe down somebody's neck because you want them to conform to your pattern or what you expect of them. Even God does not force anything down anybody's throat. That's why you should be really careful before you get into marriage. If this person doesn't fit, your idea of what a wife should be or who a husband should be, I think you should back out. Someone else says, marry a kind woman. You will never suffer emotionally. Yeah, very important. It goes both ways. It's very important to marry a kind person. This really touched my heart. It is so important to marry a kind person. Real Red Billion says, regret not marrying her early. This woman is amazing. Oh. Elijah says, don't allow someone that didn't know how to love you ruin your perception of love. Love didn't hurt you, they did. Absolutely. Love has never hurt anybody, ever. Next person says, no regrets. Just advice I've adhered to for 15 plus years of marriage. Lead by example. Create the emotional space for her that you want mirrored. Wow. Set boundaries and always keep your word above all else. Next person, Sheung says, never cheat on your spouse. It will break her and you in the end. These comments are just wow. Trucker says, women will want you when you're married. Don't entertain them. Gape says, observe how her mother treats her father. That's how she's going to treat you. That's how she was socialized. The opposite applies. I don't understand what that last part means, but well, the first part is really true, at least 80%. Ezra says, invest a lot of time learning her beliefs, background, how she manages conflicts, finances, etc. Love alone is never enough. Know what you are marrying. Yep, true. Next one says, we dated from high school, matriculated, and she fell pregnant at 19. Made a promise to marry her as she was the love of my life. Dated for 10 years, got a job and kept my promise. Got married 2 years later. Taira says, you create your wife with what you do. If you strike her, you have lost, because a real man can be heard even if he whispers. Deep words. Empathy says, marriage needs maturity. When you are wrong, you are wrong. Learn to say sorry. Words on marble. Absolutely. Mukwe says, we tend to take our spouse for granted once we get married. Continue to invest your time in her. You won't regret it, and she will know that you really see her. Those words are deeper than they seem, actually, because in my language they say ahurum kinanya, like I see you. When you love somebody, you see that person. It's really deep. It's really deep. Ahurum kinanya, like I look, like nobody else matters. I am looking at you, right? Yeah, love is an action word. It's not just, oh, I love you, and no, you prove that you love that person in every way. Fairbank says, just because you have money doesn't mean you are ready to get married. It just means you are ready for a wedding. Ooh, boy. Just because you have money doesn't mean you are ready to get married. It just means you are ready for a wedding. If that is not true, I don't know what is. Jara says, remember the little things add up. Tell her she's beautiful, you appreciate her, you love her, and lead her. Don't control her. Absolutely. My wife is my biggest blessing. Somebody even said, I have been on social media platforms, but this is the most healing post and comment section ever. Oh, you see, it's really awesome. Like the kind of comments, I wasn't able to munch all the comments. I just wanted to share a few with you guys, and it was so good. You know, no man was bashing any woman. They were even owning up to their mistakes and their faults and their willingness to do better, which is really good. I mean, nobody is perfect, but it's good to be self-aware. Moving on, Lubando says, pay attention to how your partner shows grace and mercy during conflicts, regardless of who is right or wrong. Absolutely. Apple user says, no regrets for me. I've been married for 28 years from 1996 and I was 24 years old. I am married to a sweetheart and I don't regret any single moment. We raised together 4 beautiful children. Oh, that's so sweet. So sweet. Somebody called Sibisu says, I'm regretting having friends who are not married while I'm married. If you understand what this means, please leave it in the comment section because I sure do not. Camp says, I'm getting married soon and I'm so happy to read all these comments. My marriage will be blissful. Amen, Camp. I wish you the same as you wish yourself. Hope says, marriage is beautiful. Stop cheating and respect your partner and God will bless you with a good job. I wish we can get married every day. Wow. Oh, yeah. Barry D says, seems alpha males are not here. Oh. Does this kind of men exist? Oh, she meant, do these kind of men exist? This comment section is so healing. Yeah. Rich says, I am marrying her this year, but I regret taking advice from unmarried friends who have failed in their own relationships. I almost lost her. I won't make that mistake when I'm fully married. Good for you. Joshua says, regret never marrying sooner, because man, the feeling of being responsible for someone's life really feels good. Zane says, don't cheat, don't be selfish, stop using you, replace it with us, live, love and laugh. The guy called Kay says, listen when she speaks from her heart. Once she feels unheard, she will be closed off for a long time, if not forever. Mandisi says, be the partner you are looking for. Simple and short. That partner you're looking for, be that partner, and you attract the same kind of partner. You find your partner becoming like you too, you know, if you're already in a marriage. Ayami says, I regret not putting her first. Assurance in marriage is pivotal. She will stand with you through everything when she knows that she matters most. Oyena says, whether you believe it or not, marriage is of God. This is the highlight for me. When you two fear God, then it's paradise. I am happily married. Ghost says, don't get married if you want to remain the same. Marriage should change you and you will need to compromise a lot. Rush says the grass is never, never in capital letters, greener on the other side. Never again in capital letters. John says the goal in marriage is not to think alike, but to think together. Beautiful. Connie says your wife becomes the words you speak upon her. I regret not speaking life and good upon her. Wow. Amazing to see people being self-aware and admitting where they're wrong. That's really awesome. Pablo says, once married, never cheat on your wife. Delete and block all exes. Rosa says she's not complaining. She is showing you how to love her properly. This is one thing that many men do not understand. Ayanda says, I have no regrets. I always tell her that I can propose every day. I can marry her every day. She's a blessing to me. I love you, Mangi. My everyday prayer is to keep our vows that we made. Oh, that's so sweet. Nzoni says, my greatest regret in marriage was to cheat, and I'm telling you, my wife was never the same. So my advice, never cheat. Never ever. Somebody says, I don't know why I'm crying. I guess I never knew men like these existed. Your wives must be blessed. Yeah, that's how beautiful the comment section of that post was, and I just had to make content out of it. Somebody says, if you lead your wife properly, she'll submit naturally. Anime says, don't let the family you come from destroy the family you create. Wow, like these comments are so deep, so deep. Like every single comment is like they gathered the most mentally sound men to create this, because it is so positive. So they're admitting to their faults, they're outlining what's in intricate parts of marriage, and it's so beautiful. And this is so true. Don't let the family you come from, assuming you're from a dysfunctional family, don't let that destroy the family you create. Break that generational curse. Very important. So somebody called Musa says, not that I regret, but all I can say is that divorce is worthless. Better separate, rearrange yourselves and try again. Somebody says, ask yourself if I am the man that I want my daughter to marry. Wow. Someone says, I have no regrets about marrying at 25. I'm now 43. Still married, going strong. So your marriage is the product of what you feed it. Absolutely. In times of trouble, remember, it's not you against her, but the both of you against the problem. Kamza says, marrying a woman who wants marriage, not a wedding. Someone says, never speak bad about your spouse to your family and friends. Right. Kata says, not all women age gracefully with all their good looks and physique. Marry her for more reasons beyond her body and beauty. Seek a forever. Mavusa says, she may stay after you've cheated, but she will never be the same again. So don't do it. And that's going to be the last comment I'll be reading. And I noticed that that comment was a recurrent one. Many people spoke about how cheating changes a woman. Like when you cheat on your wife, it changes everything, and it takes a lot for her to ever trust you again, for her to ever get back to, that mindset she had of you. So why jeopardize that? If you're a man watching this video and you're hurting your wife, cheating on her, both emotionally, physically, and what have you, this is your sign to do better. First of all, just admit that the relationship is already destroyed. All you have to do is stop what you're doing and try to repair that relationship. Become a better version of yourself. Pray about the change that you desire in your relationship. Draw your wife close and do better. Let her know, be intentional about repairing that relationship. A broken glass will never be the same again, but you can still patch up that broken glass if all the pieces are found, and if you do a good patchwork, you can still drink water out of it. To still serve its purpose, right? So even if your marriage is broken by you cheating or whatever else that you have done to break that marriage, can still patch things up, and you can prayerfully work on your marriage and get it functional again. I'm also going to be speaking about getting into the minds of married women in a subsequent video. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave me a comment in the comment section, give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll definitely see you before you know it. Thank you for watching.